Field of Fate. Well, you're definitely going to be smiting evil, are you?
May we have a moment?
Finally, good news, your grace. Mayor Varn, the ruler of Farnhold, has sent aid. Together with goods came a messenger with a letter. Here, please take it. Wand, and wands. This is your good neighbour Megafarn, the ruler of Farnhold, writing. The terrible news that your lands have been sworn by the loathsome monsters has just reached me. Without wishing to cast any doubt on your valour and combat prowess, I nevertheless dare suggest my help in these dark times. Unfortunately, I cannot lend you my sword. All my warriors are busy protecting our roads. They have just been too many bandits in Dustward, as well as everywhere else. But as a sign of my utmost respect, I sent some valuable resources along with his letter. Let them serve you and your people well in these harsh days. I am sure that you would do the same in my place and never leave Farnhold without help. Therefore, do not perceive this as an attempt to indebt you to myself. My help is free. I offer it of my own volition. Baronies like ours need to stick together. I am in a steadfast alliance. If one falls, the other will follow. Together we can withstand any menace, even the likes of what that the stolen lands are famed for. I dare not insist, knowing of your hardship, but I do remind you that I would be delighted to welcome you to Farnhold anytime. Nae ballin', mate. Nae ballin'. A group of travellers carrying bags, satchels, sacks full of all manner of goods and cattle are shuffling their feet on the ground and the road in front of you. Two tougher looking men are helping one of their companions stand. A pale youth who is shivering, his face covered in sweat. As you approach, the men turn to you and glare, your grace. Kill the affected youth. Yeah. Named Urkhed, here are my companions. We came from the village of the Leverick and we're travelling to Galt in search for protection. Judging by your bags, you're not just travelling, you're on the run. That's how it was, your grace. It's more risk to stay in the barrier than to go into the wilds. 3 folk torn to pieces in our village, and even more were slain by the beasts that came out. Galt has to be safer. I say we go for ourselves. The young fellow, what's wrong with him? Verdun, you mean? Must have eaten something. He was fine, see? Then felt sick, fever and all. And in the morning he began to cough blood. He is still winning. He'll make it to the border, and we'll find him a healer there. Yeah, that's not a good sign. That generally means a bad thing, isn't it? Generally means a bad thing. There's nothing you can do for Vern. His signs are like the others afflicted. Any moment, a monster will tear its way out of him. Keep your distance. Pales, listen up! His voice is hoarse. All back behind the baron. Are you going the wrong way? He's left, you want to go?
I shall end this suffering.
Let us strike as one.
Hands are shaking as he turns to face you. His voice raises to a shout. Cursed lands, cursed baron, it's all your fault. Verdun died because of you. Were you going to die because of you? Oh, he wants to get frisky, does he? Alright. You cannot imagine the pain that fills my heart with each life lost. I am doing everything in my power to save those who still can be saved. Please forgive me, for I cannot protect everyone. What do I care for your apologies? Verdun is not coming back. I will not be able to protect you if you leave for Galt. Turn back, and inside the capital you will find protection from the beasts. You will at least save those who can still be saved. The wrath of Yuk's face gives way to disbelief. Is that so? You want to sweep us away from our neighbours' sights? He wipes away tears. Tis all the same, no matter where we breathe our last, be it away from home in a foreign land or out in the city streets. Let us die in peace. You hear that, lads? Turn back. It's going to steal your stuff then. Nice. Kesten nods. His armour is covered with cuts and scratches. There's blood on his gloves, but he himself is uninjured. You are right on time, Baron. We were losing hope. No longer, now that you are here. Further down the path, behind a palisade, lies a nest of goblins. We chanced upon it while heading up the river. I've had no idea when these pests managed to build it, and so fast. We scouted it less than 10 days ago, and there was no trace of them. He regains his composure. Whatever the cause, the surrounding area is thick with goblins. Only one of the scouts we sent made it back. He reports they have raised a fort of sorts at the top of the hill, around the totem of Lamastu. They packed the fort with cages with prisoners inside. We've managed to rescue a few of the captives. Others escaped and came back on their own. We've questioned them. They say the shaman performs rituals on the prisoners. We entrenched ourselves here to prepare for our attack, but goblins keep coming at us. They're not giving us a moment's peace. The way they are hounding us, we cannot protect the survivors and attack the camp at the same time. He turns to face you, his eyes determined. Only you can rescue the caged prisoners in the fort, Your Grace. Can this comment have something to do with the scenes? The only way to find out is to get inside. You'll have to get past the gates and see what's going on there. Prisoners, some are injured, many are exhausted, and every one of them is terrified after what they've been through. All the prisoners we've spoken to say they are taken to the Lamastu totem to take part in magic rituals. What's strange is that the shaman doesn't sacrifice anyone. All he does is shriek and pray to Lamastu, and then force his victims to drink water until they start to choke. The leader? The scout mentioned seeing a large white beast at the hilltop. He thought it might be a wolf. If true, the Goblin King must be somewhere in the camp. We discovered the magic seeders transported by water. If the shaman is infecting prisoners on paupers, then anyone who has consumed the water can give birth to a monster. No time. I have to kill them all. Oh, what? That means I'm killing them? I'm leaving at once. I need to free the prisoners before the goblins serve them for dinner, or worse. I wish you good fortune. Send the ones you rescue our way. We'll protect them. Okay.
Onward! I'll try to make this swift.
Nope. You're making your way through the goblin camp, a dirtily, hastily erected settlement built on trash and mortared with what smells like goblin waste. You catch sight of the silvery glimmer of water ahead, then suddenly notice a squad of armed goblins moving towards the water as well, shouting and prodding a few scared peasants in front of them. So he's collecting now. Seemingly unaware of you, the goblins push the prisoners to the water's edge. One of the guards knocks the nearest captive, a decrepit old man, off his feet, and he falls to his knees with a moan. The goblin throws a filthy bent ladle in front of the man and points to the water. Drink fast. The old man picks the ladle with shaking hands, then stops, quivering with fear. What are you waiting for? We have to save them. We cannot just watch, we have to do something, I beg you. Do not rush to interfere. As much as we may pity these fool souls, we must understand what is going on to save the... Well, we know what happens, right? Hearing you approach the goblin's world, you see and start shrieking. Whether fear or battle cries, you cannot tell. In the heat of the moment, one of them drops his spear. Another steps off the foot of the goblin next to him. And so it goes, causing a ripple of chaos to pass through their ranks. The old man, startled by the noise, drops the ladle into the water, then, in confusion, staggers to his feet and breaks into a run. The other prisoners follow, leaving the hapless guards howling in anger.
Knock knock,
used to lighting enemies on fire first.
Yeah.
Be easier if you not like that.
Let me come out. Come on, move it. Are you waiting for the entire Goblin Horde to show? Well, I think they've already shown me. My, whom do we have here? Isn't it Tigni Justmert, the renowned merchant? Fallen hard times, have you? Yes, follows your tone. Since you last met in Camlands, the merchant has lost weight. His clothes are torn and dirty, and he has lost the worn-out beret. He is clutching onto the bars of the cage so tightly his fingers have gone white. Your Grace, what a surprise. Yourself in person, sir. Would you be so kind to help me out with this predicament? Yeah, could I let him live? Apparently, being very good is not good enough, apparently. Right.
Forwards! Knock knock used to lighting enemies on fire.
You approach a massive totem in Lamashtu that is surrounded by goblins. Despite all the noise you have made on your way, nobody pays any attention. Right now they are busy trying up, screaming, crying people at the totem. A few more goblins are standing nearby, shrieking fiercely and stomping their feet to the rhythm of the melody known only to them. Rhythm of the night. Oh, night. Oh, night. Rhythm of the night. A shaman emerges from behind the backs of their tribe members. A goblin you already know, covered in tattoos and bedangled with amulets. This time his face is painted with red clay and soot, and a necklace of sharp teeth adorns his neck. The shaman is holding a crudely painted bowl above his head and singing in a plangent, dismal tone that resembles a howl more than a song. The other goblins pick up the melody and give way to the shaman, who is walking towards the totem. What are you waiting for? You've got to save them. Yes, lawful good. There we go, there we go. Lawful good. Please show us the way. At the sound of your attack, the goblins around the totem spring up to their feet and grab their weapons. The shaman sees you and yells violently, throwing the bowl of water at you. Before you have time to act, he disappears in the goblin crowd, which in turn attacks you.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
Oh, there's no any. Maybe we'll attack you. Simple clothes, work-worn hands, weather-beaten faces. The people in front of you clearly earn their living under the sun or in the forest. Apart from bruises and grazes, nobody seems seriously hurt. The prisoners are looking at you slightly dazed and a shadow of the horrors they've been through. Free the prisoners! Up. I smash this stacks house alone. You want to fight the chieftain? I can't sleep knowing this ratbag wears a crown. He wanted to hit me until me dead. Now I hit him and show him the whole tribe who Lamashtu chooses. You want to fight him? Like true goblin, like goblin hero. Fight with anything I have, anything I can. Bite, kick, stab, stick, maybe bite again. Those are rules. Watch, see for yourself. Very well, he's yours. Very good, cheer me on. He pauses, then narrows his eyes at you and leans in with a whisper. Try to speak good, so they know you're cheering for me. You will always mess up your words. What should I do? Just don't trip me up and stay out of my way. Maybe you go talk with them before I punch and kick crown stealing Shangshook. But after that, stay away. Not enough talk. Let's go. Look. Yep.
Move quiet. Ready to stab.
I know. And so it came to pass that we would bear witness to a true goblin duel. Renowned scholars would have paid a steep price to be in our place, and would have paid thrice more afterwards to be anywhere else than inside a camp teeming with goblins. The news the king was going to fight the insolent intruder spread through the tribe like wildfire. The goblins gathered around the fire began to yell and shout so loud it was as if they wanted Lamastu herself to hear. The king looked impressive, but Nook, our questionable brave leader, showed no sign of fear. On the contrary, he swelled with pride, reveling in the moment, reveling in the moment. The duelists were surrounded by an incredible number of gapers. Judging by the weapons in their hands and the nonsensical rusty armour, even the camp guards were summoned by the shouting. Having carefully examined the crowd, Nook threw a glance at the Baron and slowly announced, "My followers will say." Hundreds of small red eyes instantly focused on the Baron. I would have been at loss of such a situation, but our ruler didn't miss his mark. The Baron gave an impassive speech on honour in noble duels and the importance of settling disputes in just and dignified manner. The speech could have marked a place for itself in the rhetoric textbooks as a prime example of high public style. The Baron talked and talked, obviously inspired with the presence of an audience. However, his savage, slow-thinking listeners were incapable of appreciating the lofty spirit of his address. A portion of the crowd stared at the Baron with mouths wide open, others yawned and scratched their noses, and a few were snoring while standing up. The ardent speech might have gone on indefinitely, but the trance was broken by a shriek from the goblin crowd. Nook gone. Who would have thought, while the whole tribe was busy listening to the Baron, our champion had vanished. The startled king came to his senses and began to tear apart the area, shaking his blade and screaming curses. The Baron exchanged glances with his companions and the party stepped aside silently. Of course, a goblin duel had to start with a competition in one of the most prolific goblin arts, hide and seek. Without a doubt, Nook was luring somewhere near, but where? Lurking somewhere near. Got 52, I think he's got this, folks. Climb the roof. Indeed, our nimble little friend had somehow climbed on the roof of the nearest hut and was now looking out from behind the edge. Clearly, he was about to throw at his enemy the first thing that came into his hand. Doing his best not to betray his anxiety, the unsuspected king waddled straight into the trap. Nook sprang to his feet, took aim at his opponent with a victory cry and threw his own shoe. Yeah, okay. The wasp nest. They like wasps, I believe, eh? Than dexterity, eh? Bam! The wasp nest which Nook had ripped off the edge of the roof hit the king straight in the face. With such a foul and robust goblin couldn't handle the buzzing swarm of stings, he swayed on his feet and collapsed to the ground, just to jump out of his skin the next moment and flee from a swarm of furious wasps. Screaming wildly as he did so, only a crown was left lying on the ground. It had tumbled off the head of the fleeing coward. So, how did this unusual and victorious adventure end? It ended with Nook utter triumph. Who not only humiliated the despicable Goblin King, but he also rewarded with a well-deserved trophy, the crown he had previously adorned the chieftain's head. However, the tribe members were not wasting time. As soon as it sank into them they were going to be next, they scattered. In moments no one remained around the fire except for Nook, who was grumbling, frustrated by not getting a chance to gloat over his opponent's defeat. We reminded Nook that the ultimate victory still lay ahead. We had to face the true villain, the Shaman. The one behind infected untold numbers of people and spreading the horrific disease. Stubborn head.
End this suffering.
As you approach, the Shaman bursts into bizarre squawking. After a moment, it becomes clear to you the Goblin, choking on his own blood, has broken into gloating laughter. Varn, too late. The will of Lamaster come true. The bloom be happening. Shaman's eyes red, small and wicked, have a feverish glint to them. And who else? The blossom seeds came down the stream. We drink. Boom boom, long shanks drink. Boom boom boom. Flowers grow. Great beasts crawl out. Lamaster be pleased. I knew straight away the goblins do must. Go upstream. Seek great mullet. I think it's that lassie, that bloom lady. The fey lassie. The shaman convulsively sucks some air and carries on with the weakening voice. Find Lamaster's womb. Up the river. Home to great beast. Seed breedery. Leave guards so no one come in. And go back. Back. Make the long sharks gulp. Taint more. More. Slow more death. All seeds be planted. All. Make it before. The light in the shaman's eyes is growing dim. Don't you dare a murder. The shaman's words become quieter and quieter. We be Lamaster's sons, watering, seed sowing, readying for the season of bloom. All together, boom boom boom. Emits a long wheeze and freezes, looking straight into your eyes. His dull eyes are lit by that evil flicker. The season of bloom has begun. You know stuff. Alright. Now we see. Yes, how can this be? The people, the prisoners from the camp, they've exploded just like that. The Shaman was mumbling about the seeding of bloom. Seems the seeds the people swallowed turned into portals. If all the seeds are blossomed, Abadar protect us. The capital is full of infected, both on the streets and in the Caverns Hospital. I must hurry to the capital. I will continue looking for the source of the seeds. The Shaman mentioned a place upstream, Lamaster's tomb, is the source of the seeds. But I'm gathering my men and heading out there. Kesten brows darkens and the eyes narrow. I swear upon my life I will find this womb, your grace, and destroy the source of the disease. But Kafkan, God be merciful, he has no one to protect him, and the citizens. Will the guard be enough to halt the attack on those horrid creatures? All silence for a moment, his brows troubled. No, I have to go up the river, make sure that no news seeds. I must stop the curse to the source. It is for you to decide, your grace, where your help is more needed. Jihad will defend his patience to his last. As for me, I'll do the same. Anything you put an end to this horror once and for all. Kesten, you're in my service, not to play hero in the woods while my subjects, the families of your militia, are being sacrificed. Now fulfill your duty, gather your squad, and take to the capital. Freezes lowers his gaze. I'm sorry, your grace. The immediacy of the situation clouded my judgments. He steps back and bows. I shall head to the capital at once. Baron, yes you will. Yes you will. That took too bloody long, that.